of our first father-daughter trip of many this summer. Heading to San Diego, SD, my old stomping grounds. Aren't you just cute? All right. You can't even see her. This doesn't work for me. Let me get you a bed that you can sit. Let me just lower you. Maybe if I lower you. Let's see how this works. Hang on. Ugh. Let's see here. We're gonna lower you for a second. Oh, there you go. There you go, little girl. Yeah, stick your head out. That's cute. Nobody can see you like this. Nobody can see you, little girl. Well, we did it. Me and my wife did it. Let's see. How are we gonna do this? You gotta put your head up. There you go. That works for me. Can you do that for an hour? Here you go. You want your bone? So, she had her first round of shots today. She's doing well. We decided not to go with the flu shot. Let's just call it the flu shot for a bulldog. We don't put up with that nonsense. So, let me say hello to everybody. Hang on. This is the eve of the show that's going to really help my career. Hello. Oh, let's crack ourselves a beer. Let's go. Well, tomorrow at this time, I should be, well, what time is it? 5:30? Yeah, I don't know how my day is going to turn out, but I think I should be around San Diego, North San Diego by 5:30 tomorrow. We will be, it's a travel day. And then Saturday, I'm going to go over the spear gun. We'll get into that in a minute. Let me take that out of her way. Boom. And I'm excited about this. I talked to her vet. I told him what I was doing. She's not going to be around other dogs. She will be, well, let's just say she'll just be in my camper with me. And then when we go on walks, I'll take her for walks. We'll run around. So, what is up? You guys are about to go halibut fishing tomorrow, Miss Lisa. Very exciting. What I tried doing is putting your bracelet around her neck, but her neck is solidly big. Hello, Oliver David. So, tomorrow, Lisa and the A-team is going to be on, what boat is that? I'm sorry, Dave Hanson's sister's boat. And then they're going to be in a halibut derby. Now, I'm going to be traveling tomorrow. I'll be passing that area. I'll give a nice honk if I see the ocean and I see you guys out there. For myself, I'm heading to a place called San Diego. It's a little known place where I was born. And Deckhand Dolly is going to be my partner. Now, I'm not going to be around other dogs. I'm going to go Friday night. I'm going to hang out with my friend that I've been friends with since kindergarten. And he's going to be in El Cajon, the box, they call it. And then I'm not going to drink heavily with him. Me and him normally tie one on, and sometimes we get in fist fights. Just that kind of friendship. And then by the next morning, we all go to wherever, get coffee, breakfast, and I think the last time I had to go to like CVS, and I took out my knee in the tussle. So that won't be happening. Hey Bob, how are you? Bob, you know what? You're absolutely right. The Clementine. Okay, it's about, okay. So Bob texted me and told me I had a great show last night. And I don't think Bob, but it's well known. He was a detective. Now he's just a grandpa that fishes. And he's right. I had a real long, let me put her down so I can start talking. Come here, Dolly. There you go, little girl. Now, I will say this before I get into Bob's, the thing that I'm going to go over with Bob. Oh, he's still, hey, she's asleep, but I'll let her know when she wakes up. Bling for Dolly. Where's my brain gonna go? Anyway, I'll go back to Bob because I don't know where that thought went. You're right. I gotta take the emotion out of it. It's just like this. This is business. This is the commissioner board is a business, and me going and yelling and losing. No, I don't lose my temper, but people will conceive it, and then they'll have the A-OK because they're gonna feel threatened by me. You know those people that need a safe space, right? So if I could talk to them like this, but get my point across. I know my eyes are a little bit what up, Thug? What up, Bill? You're back to Bill. Good for you, bro. That was a long one, huh? Now, I gotta just stay in the moment. And I've learned that in business. I learned that in divorce court. I learned that if you show emotion, it gets you off track. And I have a lot to say to this young man, Eric and Melissa. And it's going to lose its power if I put emotion into it. And I've determined that I don't want to be tased, number one. That hurts. I don't want to give them any excuse for me not to be able to talk every time. Because here's the deal. If they don't give us 5, that's what it's at, 5 sand bass, then I'm coming to every meeting. Now, they could bar me from meetings if I make them feel threatened. And we all saw how threatened those little, okay, here we go. Motion, let's take it out. We all saw how they are going to feel threatened. They've been able to rule the world for 4 years like this. Anybody that was white and bald is a racist, they would say. But they don't have anybody black up on the board or Indian. But listen, it's not for me to determine. It's for me to point out to Melissa if she wants to run her mouth for 2 hours again and not let you guys talk. So I think the best move for me is to make sure I control my emotion, not my temper. My temper's fine. I don't care. Friday tomorrow, my gay. I don't know what you're saying, Bill, but I'll be driving tomorrow, Bill, and here's where I'm going, San Diego. Here's what we're gonna do. This is my current spear gun. I love it. It's a rifle. They don't make it anymore. It's negative weight. I've killed so many beautiful fish with this thing. It's been to Alaska every time. And guess what? It's over. It's over, Johnny. Because I'm going to have this built. Let me show you. Oh, here's that dive helmet. Let's get to it. With the halibut skin that you've already seen, with stripes down the middle on both sides, like racing stripes. Okay? And then I'm going to have plenty of halibut to make shoes after it. There's plenty of leather here. Okay? Now what I want inside, this isn't going to be metal anymore, it's going to be wood. And my buddy that's doing the custom spear guns can put your name in it. It's not going to be Seawolf, it's going to be Stars Gun. So, compliments the brewery already. And my thought is, this is a bottom jaw of a 30-pound halibut, right? What? Oh gosh! Whew, almost lost it. What if we inlay that into the wood like this, right? And then the other side. Man, I'm gonna really break stuff like that, right? That's my thought process there. I like that inlaid into the wood. Now this is part of the halibut spine. I would also like that. You're going to have the racing stripe down the middle, I believe, with the leather. And then I'd like a couple of these inlaid. That's the spine of a halibut. Right in it, like this, or like that. Drill into the wood. I don't know if this all could happen. This is the upper jaw of a halibut. Got the eyeballs. I'm just taking it all and we're going to troubleshoot on Saturday. Those are the eyeballs of a halibut right there. Now you're asking, why do you keep that stuff? Well, it's called fish art, number one. And now I'm going to have the coolest spear gun ever to man. And then my buddy. It's Captain Ian. Everybody knows who he is. He wants to do dive boats down in La Paz area. Dave was just talking about La Paz on his show today. Now, it could be for free divers. He was just down there all last week, moving his boat around. They sold the property that his boat was on. And his goal is to just live down there with his kids for part-time, live up in San Diego part-time, making spear guns. And I'm supportive of anything. This right here is the tailbone of the 200-pound halibut. Now, it's not the full one, it's just the start. The rest is cut off, is the tails over here. I can't incorporate that into the gun. I wish I could. I'm going to take a lot of pieces. But before I hit up that, hang on, it's hot in here. Jeepers. It's cold, it's hot. Before that, I'm going to stop off to my nephew Amir's house. And you got to see this. You haven't seen this. This was from January 20th on Martin, our boy Martin's birthday. Get to work, Johnny. You got it. And this, my friend, is lingcod leather. These are some extra pieces. Lingcod leather. And these are what my new shoes are going to be made out of. Lingcod leather. Halibut leather. I'm getting 2 pairs of shoes. One is going to be halibut skin. One's going to be lingcod. It's up to my nephew to figure out what design he wants. I'm going to tell him my idea. My idea is I want him to be half the white skin and the other pieces contrasting with the gray skin for the halibut. Now for the lingcod, I said, you go right ahead, do whatever you want, young man. Will it work out? Well, I mean, we've already seen my lobster shoes, and those are fire, as the kids say. So I believe it will work out. I am packing. I'm going to get an early start. It's about an 8-hour drive to San Diego, going the speed limit. I'm taking my camper because I need a place for my new puppy bulldog to be away from Parvo. We're keeping the distance from Parvo. That being said, I want to get my first halibut. Might not get it. The weather might not participate. I will say this. Saturday, it's a change of plans. I'm not going diving. I wanted to. But my buddy Captain Ian, is his daughter's first birthday. Second daughter. Oh. That's special. Now, normally the kids don't remember their first birthday. I don't remember mine. But it's a photo opportunity for me. I got a puppy that can run around with the kids. They can get the energy out. She's doing well. She is. Now we had the first time. You saw the bath last time for her. Bath time was absolutely, absolutely amazing. Now we started off with Penelope. Penelope is allergic to springtime. Like some of you get bothered with hay fever and that kind of stuff. Penelope has sensitive skin. So we have to stay on top of that. Plus, we don't like to have a dog smelling house. So, we start off with a shower with her. She's a little she's reluctant to get in the shower. She hates it. But once she's in there, she's fine. We scrub her all up with this special soap. Let it sit for 15 minutes on her, and then wash it all off. Put some oatmeal soap, shampoo on, or whatever it is to make her smell better. Then she gets out and gets blown and dry. As my son walks in, all he wanted to do is be in the shower. That's what I'm training her to do, to love the shower, love the water. So he walks in, he tries to claw at the door to open it. So, open the door, he's in, boom, she's getting blown dry, she's getting her wrinkles, putting cream on, whatever my wife's doing. God, I mean, it's amazing. Cleaning the ears, cleaning the folds. And then she puts some kind of lotion all over her skin, and she's feeling 100% better. Now, she was licking herself so much, and I thought it was, well, it's like the perfect storm for her. A, it's springtime. B, this little thing has come into our lives, and she has no idea where she is in the pack. Last night at 2:30, I woke up to take her potty. And she wasn't even in bed with us. She was in her crate. But every time she moved in the crate, Penelope would just bark. And, like, I thought somebody was breaking in our house. Now I go, wait a second, let's just go back to bed. But then I couldn't sleep. I'm tossing and turning. And then it's 5 o'clock. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And Penelope is not happy with her new sister. She isn't. But she's going to learn. And I believe that this right here, this trip, is going to bring the family together. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Dolly with me. And those two beautiful bulldogs that I have in there are going to miss their sister. They've already bonded with her. They're cute as hell when they do play. And I tell Penelope, don't be bitten by those little teeth. And she'll knock her down. She won't bite her, but she'll either sit on her, it's cute, or she'll headbutt her until she's down and then lay on top of her. I don't step in. They're finding themselves out. As long as there's no pain involved and there's no blood, I'm okay with it. I've never had a third dog. And I'm really enjoying this. Today was a tiring day, I'll be honest. Taking her to the vet, bringing her home, washing everything. We're going on a trip. Beds are being washed. Look at her, she's so beautiful. Let me get her up here. She'll just sleep. Let me get a towel. Not a towel, blanket. Oh, Jesus, sorry. Let me get a blanket for her. There's got to be a blanket around here. Ah, here we go. I got her stroller, so we got a stroller that locks up. She's going to be grabbing a grunion with me. I have 30 grunions. All right, there we go. Let's get up here. Come here, my little girl. There you go. Lay right down. There you go. There you go. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. So we have a schedule. We are packing. The rest of the evening, I'm going to be going through my dive gear. I'm bringing my dive gear, even though I might not dive. But here's the thing. I've learned from your saltwater guide, when the grunions come in, right offshore in 5 to 10 feet of water, it's going to be stacked with halibut. Big halibut that just want to eat. Oh, did I wake you up? You smell so much better. Yeah. Yeah. Look at how clean you are. All right, why don't we just lay down and just relax. There we go. There we go, little girl. Here, you want to put your arm up on something, your head? There we go, right there. There we go. Now, I'm pretty excited about this little trip. It's going to be a quick trip, and there's going to be a lot being done behind the scenes. Like I said, I am excited about my new shoes. I'm going to get 2 new pair. We're going to have halibut leather, and we're going to have lingcod leather. And then I can match them up with the videos, with the kill shot, with the 100% sustainability. Compliment to the brewery. And I get to do it and give my kids a break from this beast. And my wife. We all need it. We all need a good night's sleep. Now for me, I won't be sleeping that much because I'm on daddy care. Got to make sure she potties. She's up to 4 hours a night, which is a blessing. I am telling you, that right there is a blessing in disguise. I'm going to meet up with JC from Your Saltwater Guide, and he's going to show me how to catch grunion. Doesn't look that hard, but why not go with the best? And then I'll have my camper right there. He'll be on shore. Maybe if we bring some fishing poles, I'll discuss it with him. I can bring fishing poles instead, but God, getting in the water when it's pitch black out, looking for these big halibut. They change colors at night. In the daytime, they blend in with the sand. At night, the sand is white and they are black. Now you got to train your eyes for 15 minutes by not looking with your flashlight. And then you have to use a red lens or a green lens. But when you hit them at night in the sand, instead of looking for their eyeballs, they show themselves. And they're just sitting there. They're not even buried because they're eating. They're gorging themselves. They're not afraid of anything at that moment. If it's calm night and there's not wind and the visibility's clear, if there's a surge, then it doesn't work because all that sand gets moved around and you got to get past the breakers. But if it's calm, you probably wait out there in waders and stab them. Now I do have to do something. Can you believe this? My fishing license has expired as of the 8th. I've been walking around. I didn't go do anything, so calm down, everybody. So I got to stop off, and I'm gonna take her into the whatever store I stop off to get my hunting license. And this one is going to get her first hunting license with me. And I get to do this for... Well, here's the thing. Her dad is still very excited about life. Oliver is 4... And if you saw my Facebook post, we got him 4 years ago, guys. I want to tell you about the day we got him. I planned on going spearfishing for the first time. It's very early up here for halibut to go. And we were going to go. And then that night we were having a barbecue with people. And my wife called the breeder. We were going to get an American Bulldog because we didn't want to do the same because it was too sad for us. And then my wife started talking to the breeder. And she goes, well, I have somebody that has Bulldogs ready to go right now. English Bulldogs. And my wife, I hear her come downstairs. She goes, you got to see this. And we both looked at each other as soon as we saw my son Oliver. And that was after grieving for our 11.5-year-old Bulldog being dead for about a month and a half. And we saw Oliver and we said, I'm going up there to get him. I called my buddies that I was going to go dive with. I said, you guys got to dive on your own. My buddies went diving on their own, not off my boat. They walked in from the cliff. And sure enough, my one buddy hand stabbed a halibut, his second one. But that was the second dive. The first dive, my other buddy shot a 25-pound halibut and had a white come in and just circle him and leave. Now, if you've never seen a white in the open, and now you got to swim to shore with a bloody fish, it kind of messes with your head. So if you're following this story, it's a real story. Because as he's coming in, he sees a 35-pound halibut. They're not even supposed to be here yet. Now, he doesn't know where this white left off to. He's got one that he's towing, bleeding. He's trying to get into shore. And lo and behold, a 35-pound halibut. Now, I'm a guy that dives with divers that really don't really care about the whites. Takes another shot, hits it. As soon as he hits it, that white came in, and he had to go hands-on with the white. Meanwhile, I'm picking up Oliver. They're texting me as soon as they came up. Wow, there was a white. Dan had to put his hands on it. Dan came back with 2 halibut. And I just had that memory pop up on Facebook. And it was 4 years ago that we picked up her big brother, Oliver. And here we are today, 3 Bulldogs in. Potty training, sure, there's mistakes. Pooping. Justin did a great. Justin and his wife. I'll say his wife, but we'll throw Justin and Deckhand Ryland and his brother. They did a good job piddle pad training. This one go if it could find a piddle pad or something that looks like a piddle pad. So if you have a doormat, that's normally where she goes if she can't get to the piddle pad. This is all just a small blip in time. She has to be potty trained on a piddle pad for me to do my dream or take her on boats with me and other people's boats. I can't have a kid that just walks around and shits and pisses everywhere. So, that being said, Deckhand Dolly's in full-on training. She had her first parvo shot today. We did not do the flu shot. I won't say the other one, but they do have them for dogs, believe it or not. I don't believe in that. We are going to get the kennel cough one because she's going to be around a lot of dogs. And she's not going to be aggressive like Penelope is. That's why I couldn't do this with my daughter, Penelope, my 3-year-old. And this one loves to stretch. When she's in bed and she's laid out and you finally, she starts breathing heavy. And then you doze off. Next thing you know, she's like a rocket. All of a sudden she'll flip and turn and park right by your neck or something and then muzzle her way in. Meanwhile, you got Penelope. This is her bed. Every time she moves, Penelope growls. It's just a shit show that we're doing. She also is going to be crate trained. She will. And I'm proud. I'm proud to take her down there. I'm proud to let her meet people. But it's just not her time to meet other dogs yet. I've seen people deal with parvo. It's not a good thing for dogs. And especially when you bonded with a puppy and just watching the puppy either survive or not. I think 70% of them die. So the parvo is a real thing. Now for her being in my yard, I don't care. I live on a acreage in the country. And I've raised 2 bulldogs here, and they've eaten chicken shit. They've eaten everything. My Oliver used to go into the chicken pen and just wreak havoc. I'd be like, I didn't even have to clean up any chicken poop this week. And my wife goes, yeah, he was in the chicken pen while you were at work. I'm like, oh, he's probably going to die. I mean, it's chickens. Nah. I got buddies that don't even worry about the chocolate, giving their dog chocolate, or Taco Bell, or Burger King. This dog might have an In-N-Out fry, but that's about it. And we're about to do an adventure, and I'm excited. And am I going to dive? I got my dive equipment. I don't know. I'm just rolling with the punches. We were going to go out Saturday, but then my buddy found out it was his daughter's first birthday. Guys are different. They don't sit there and plan things. They have wives or girlfriends or baby mamas that let them know what's happening pretty much the day that it's happening, because we don't listen. Now, I can't say we. I'm talking me. I'm a narcissist. Now, me, I'm not into one-year-old parties. But this family, the history I have with Captain Ian and his I think they're married. I'm going to say wife, but I'm not sure. Well, let's just call her Baby Mama. I knew Baby Mama before I knew Captain Ian. She was a cook on the dive boat. And she just has a zest in life that you can't explain to anybody. And she's where I got the fish art idea from. Fish paintings. The only reason why I had three huge cloths up there in Alaska and the right paint was because of her. We didn't know 2 years later we were going to catch a 204-pound. Star was going to catch for her birthday a 204-pound halibut, which is now going to be turned into a spear gun. I want to write Superstar on it. Star's a good friend of mine. She's kept me mentally healthy, and she's really helped me. She knows how to fish. She knows how to hunt. She kills elk. And those are the people I surround myself. She took my daughter. Listen, there's a halibut trip I went on with my dog. Even my own daughter, I don't give halibut to. Now I point them out for people, so it must be really mind exploding for Emily. Because I take people and I say, listen, anything under 20 pounds, I'm so tired of shooting these things, there it is. If it's over 20 pounds, you can watch. Get out of my way, do not get in my way, and do not cut in front of me to shoot my fish. If you're lucky enough to dive with me, that's what I am. I'm a narcissist. But as you get older, you evolve. And Bob had me thinking with his text to me yesterday about the emotion. Because he's right. These people can feel threatened. If I don't have any emotion, they can't use that as an excuse. Eric, there's no emotion here, homie. You're not a diver. If you're a diver, you can come diving with me anytime. I dive 3 to 4 times a week out here in Moss Landing. I had 5 of my buddies call me today and said, can we go out this weekend? Because I posted a video of memory that I turned into a short. I didn't even do anything. It says, you want to make this a short or a reel? I said, okay. And they took care of the rest. That was last year. But that was every day. That was 4 times a week. I had that many people. So I was under investigation for running a dive charter business. I ain't running any kind of business. Business of having fun. This is the reason why I didn't get my captain's license. You get your captain's license, and now it's 6-pack. I can't get in the water. I got to sit up there on the boat. And then I got to hire a deckhand. And then I got to pay taxes. And then I got to do this. This is my fun. This is my healthy hobby. You might not find it healthy, but I got something more exciting. Are you guys ready for this? Bill, are you there? Because I got to tell you what me and my wife have been doing for the last week. I don't know if you ever watched the series Dexter. But Chuck, the charter master of the Bug Brothers, has called me this for years, Dexter of the Ocean. Because you ought to understand, these big lobsters that you guys are crying about me killing, do you know how many babies they rape a night? I take the baby killers out. I eat them. I taxidermy them. Don't celebrate a big lobster's life for being so old. Ask everything that thing raped and killed. Oh, serious. Yeah. That's what they're trying to protect over there at the commissioner board. Don't worry, by April I will be polished. I do know how to act. I've ran 3 businesses. I'm working on my 4th business and it's going quite well. I've laid the groundwork for the last 20 years meeting people like Star that took my daughter halibut diving. After my daughter went 5 times with me and everybody was just mad at me because I would come back with limits. Only 5 a day. That's what I mean. Limits. Not every dive, of course. That would be wrong. And if the game wardens were on board and you had 5 and you come up with 5 more, you would be screwed. Maybe someday I'll do what OJ did. Write a book. Write a book on if I were to shoot more than 5 a day, this is how I would do it. I've never shot more than 5 a day. That's wrong, and I would never do that. I have shot 5 on one dive. That's the level I'm on. Cheers, Jeff. You were the star of the show yesterday. Everybody wants to go halibut diving. You do realize Jeff was there when Dan got approached by the great white. Dan ran into Jeff and our other buddy underwater and told him there was a shark. I can't move my hands, but then you make the big hands so we know it's a white, not just a regular leopard shark. I mean, who cares? Beautiful, but okay. And Jeff's the kind of guy that came up. Dan already had his limits. Jeff already had 1 halibut. And what did Jeff do? He went back and got in the same water where the white was and hand stabbed. Hand stabbed. Not like me with a Howley hammer. He used his knife. Now, I've watched the video. It's a great video. And the halibut committed suicide. It took off and impaled himself on Jeff's knife. The craziest thing I've ever seen. Cheers, brother. Margarita time. Jeff, that was this time, I think 4 years ago. Because I went and got Oliver, so it was 4 years ago. Halibut season has begun. I will be putting the smack down like nobody's business on halibut. I am going to double my numbers. 900 pounds last year. I'm going to put your head down so I can show people a chart. Thank you. Compliments of the brewery. There's my numbers from last year. That's right. You're going to be involved in all of these, young lady. She's going to be on the boat. Kettle trained, remember. I get to go diving, knowing my daughter's okay up on top. Maybe people bring their kids that aren't certified and they can hang out with her on the top of the boat. I have a lot of young. You got to remember my demographics. You ready for this? 18 to 34. 99.9% males. Once in a while, a couple females are sprinkled in there, and they are females that really love to hunt and fish. Rare ones, if you ask me. Doesn't have to be. Hashtag great parenting if you expose your kids to it. If they don't like it, they don't like it. Not everybody's going to like what you like. But if they get the bug, they get the fishing bug, holy Toledo, it will change their life. When they're depressed, they'll go to the ocean. Doesn't matter if you're a free diver, a diver, a fishing person. The ocean heals more than, to me, more than any kind of medication that they can prescribe you. And I'm a testament to that. I don't take any medication. I know it looks like I'm depressed at times. I'm frustrated at times. Fuck, I'm a dad that doesn't have both his kids won't talk to him. I know the reason, a narcissistic ex. But if you bring it up and you're a guy, then you're just dwelling on things. I've already exposed my daughter because she decided to turn on the microphone on her podcast. And Bill told me to slow down. Don't go like Eminem and Shotgun Kelly or whatever his name is. Machine Gun Kelly. He says you're putting the smack down on her a little hard. I only know one way, Bill. But a light bulb went off last night or this morning whenever I saw Bob's text and says, and Bob's a detective. You can't act this way in court. In times that Bob been in court on famous cases. I've watched his documentaries. And if somebody that knows how to use the court system and deal with professionals, they're professionals. That guy on the board was handpicked by either Gavin Newsom or some liberal. And he's smug and he thinks he's untouchable. He's not untouchable. You just have to do things right. And you got to think outside the box. You don't think the commissioners are waiting for us to come up there? You don't think they have a staff that is teaching them what to say and how to handle somebody like me? Somebody like me that goes off the handle and doesn't put up with anything is easy to deem a psychotic person that they can feel unsafe from, so they can have me removed from a room. If there's no emotion and it's like this and I'm a robot, you're fucked, Eric. See, I won't even say you're fucked, Eric, but you're fucked. I'm a man that is evolving. I only have a short more time on this earth. 30 years, I'm 84? Jesus criminy. I mean, I don't mind being 84 if I'm not shitting myself and I have a memory. But I don't want to be 84 and still be here in a convalescent home, not being able to go to the ocean, stuck in a bed all day. That's not my dream. My dream is this. Go out and create memories. Entertain people. I've entertained people my whole life. Holy Toledo. I come to a party, man. As soon as halibut season comes around, like I said, I had 5 guys call me today. One of them is a good friend of mine. Well, they're all good friends, but he's in his 70s, and he can't wait to go get halibut. And he's the one that I've learned from. He didn't know he was teaching me because I was listening. Just like when Dave's talking, I listen. Just like when Bob's talking, I listen. People I respect, I listen. People that I don't respect, I don't listen. So Bob, to you, thank you for buying the hoodie, t-shirt, whatever you bought. I think you bought a hoodie, and I think you got it, and you said thank me for quickness, and thank you. Dolly thanks you. For me to understand that I'm 54 and everything has worked out for me by me being emotional and scaring people. It's been my whole life. And now if I really want to make a change, I gotta go be uncomfortable. Instead of bulldogging my way through life, I gotta be more like a Labrador. The thing about somebody like me though is, you just don't know when there's that switch inside somebody's head. And if you push somebody too much, for me it's people that think they're better than everybody else. You don't know me and I don't know you, Eric. I know you're not a diver. And I definitely know now you are the reason. No emotion, Bob, I get it. You are the reason why we're going to do studies that we can't afford studies. The board's already said they can't do studies for abalone for 10 more years. Guys were calling in, crying, just like they did, Captain Al did, just like Dave did. He got emotional about this fish, this sea bass, white sand bass, whatever it is. I don't know why the universe put me in this fishing world and to meet these special people. But if you can listen to your elders, and I fought my elders. I told my dad said, I don't care how old they are, you treat them with respect. I'm like, dickhead, you taught me not to treat anybody with respect that disrespects people. He said, you got a point, and just let me be me. Now, me and my wife have been watching Dexter. We'll get back to that. And it was the new Dexter. It was the Dexter before he became Dexter. And I'm a Dexter fan. I was. I think that's a thing of beauty. What time will you be in San Diego? Oh, there's my nephew. Okay, yeah. Be there all weekend, homie. I'll call you in a minute. So then when the series, it was like an eight-part series on the new Dexter. I think it was, I don't know what, I don't even know Netflix. I don't even know how to turn on the TVs. Let's be honest, people. It's not my jam. My jam is social media. My jam is YouTube. If I need to learn something, I go on YouTube. They didn't have it in my day. If they had it, my God, I could be a brain surgeon. Here's the thing with YouTube or social media. You got to fit in with somebody. Otherwise, their story cannot be told. I cannot listen. It was when I was learning to make wax, okay, illegally. You had to extract it. You had to use butane. Allegedly, I did this. Now, I'm around the best wheat grower, hydroponic wheat growers there are in this area. I'm in Northern California. My buddy's from Vancouver. I made my first wax, nobody could believe how great it was. But I had to go to YouTube University and watch all these idiots blow. They're smoking in an enclosed house with butane, trying to extract the THC. You talk about idiots. It's fun to watch, though. I watched every one of them blow themselves up. Out on the lawns, the fire department comes, people are like trying to put their flames out as their skin's coming off on the blankets. That's how YouTube used to be. And I said, I don't want that look. I don't smoke, so that helps. I started weed, only edibles, in my 50s. Before that, it made me paranoid, and I don't like being paranoid. I don't like not being in control of my own life. Some people call that narcissism. Bob's right. If I go in with emotion, I lose for everybody. If I go in as somebody that has evolved, because they're not going to expect me to evolve. Nobody expects me to evolve. Oops. I want to know, Eric, why you think you're so special that you can take another 10 years. You're not even going to be here that long there, homie. I've seen you. You're pale. You're ugly. I know, that's emotion, Bob. And he's going to do 10 more years of studies that can't even afford studies for. I'm not afraid of the wardens. I've been under investigation. This is what I wear, buckers. This is emotional, Bob. Sorry. This is what I wear. They can't believe the numbers I come back with from the dive boat. You only can have 7. That's what I come back with. And then I for the rest of the time, I grab my spear gun and I go find halibut and get my 5 halibut. I'm that guy. We get done with the halibut, now I gotta get scallops, 10 a day. And I'm on dive boats that have multi-day passes, so I come back, I can have 30 scallops, I can have 21 lobsters, and I think I only can have 5 halibut. I don't know. That's what I've heard. And if you wanted to bust me back in the day, you could have gotten me, but you didn't. You were looking at lobsters. You weren't looking at everything else that I was producing. I'm not even saying I did, I'm just saying hypothetically. But here it is. This thing runs. It's not like I got to turn it on because there's going to be a kill shot. Well, what if I miss the great white? Great whites are there and they're gone. Unless you shoot a second halibut like my buddy, and then now you got to go hands-on with it. Those are the knuckleheads I hang out with. Oodalolly. This life of mine, like I said, is fun. Chill guy, how you doing, brother? This life of mine is fun. This adventure with Dolly is just the beginning of summertime, springtime, halibut season. I am going to kill a leopard shark, and then I'm going to do 100% sustainability, and then I'm going to turn the leopard shark into one of one Air Force Ones. The spine and all the cartilage, don't worry, fish heart. And I'm meeting a lot of people that actually know what to do with the earrings. Lisa's one of them. Cheers to you, Lisa. I saw the earrings, they look good. You guys, from your saltwater guide that is going out tomorrow for the halibut derby. Good luck. You don't need it. You're all dominant in your own world. And like I said, the only reason why I started following your saltwater guide is because I want to be the best. And if you're so naive, you won't talk to fishermen because you're a spear fisherman, or you won't talk to free divers because you're a scuba diver and they think you're cheating down there. You are. I'm going to start my own record books. I don't want to disrespect anybody that's a free diver. Those guys are gods. They're insane too. Don't fight them. Jesus. I remember I gave a talk a couple years ago down in my first time ever in a group. It's a private group. I think there was like 100 people there. And the guy asked me to come because he wanted, it's in Orange County, and he wanted lobster taxidermy. This costs a lot of money. That's $1,200 right there. You get 10 of those a year. You got that kind of money? Cool for you. Good on you. I did this because I had no other choice. The first one I did took me a year to get back. Great job. Hang on. It's a great job. Took a year to get back. Cost me $850. That's back in the day. The 90s, I think. I'm trying to think. Somewhere in there. I had a lot of money in my day, but I don't have that. I've gotten over 50. Why do you think I have all the body parts? It's because I messed up a whole bunch. Now, all of a sudden, this is fun, and people want to watch only 10 seconds of nothingness. Now I'm involved in politics. Who the hell ever thought this was going to happen? I have to grow up. I thought I could live this whole life with not growing up and not caring. Well, now I care, Eric. Melissa. Coyote Lady. You ever hear of Coyote Ugly? Okay, I know, Bob. You can't say that. It'd be funny, though, huh? You're live, and you're like, hey, Coyote Ugly Lady. Did you know you don't even know what a coyote is, but you're going to tell all of us that the wolves should be introduced back into Northern California, which they did. Next 5 years, guess what? We're going to see a death of a human being from wolves in Northern California. Mark my words. Now Eric will say, it wasn't me. It's Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom has left some building. Trust me, I'm here in California. He's got one of the top podcasts out there. He's a shifty motherfucker. If he really wanted to say what he's doing and change, he's still governor of California and nothing has changed. We're still paying $7 a gas for diesel. Everywhere else, it's $2 to $3. EPA's gone. A refiner's starting up. Even my Democratic friends yesterday, I had a talk with her and she can't believe. She feels hurt by her own government. Well, we felt hurt the other time, but listen. It's not my time to gloat with people with my mom or any other person that drank the Kool-Aid. It's time for healing. 90% of us said no more. Now it's time for me to start acting grown up. God damn it. 54 years of just being a knucklehead. I'm going to listen to you, Bob. Thank you for coming into my life. I don't know why how the universe brought us together. He's a New York detective from back in the day. Reminds me a lot of my dad. My dad was never a detective. He was just a highway patrolman. He said my uncle would be proud of me. Fuck, my uncle meant everything to me. As a matter of fact, his ashes are coming with me. I'm going to sprinkle some on the grunion. You call that morbid? I say, wow, this is an event that my uncle loved watching me for 20 years before he passed. Now my uncle was his filter was so off because he was a maximum prison guard. He shot people from a tower, 223 round, back before there was videos. Riot started in a maximum prison. You took out the person with a knife. Everybody else will lay down, squirt off your mace and smoke bombs and everything else, but there's a couple dead people with bullets right through their head. I'm not saying my uncle did that. That's his story and he's not here. But when he retired, that's all he wanted to do was retire. He never left his house. He loved watching me go out and catch lobsters and bring him back lobsters, and we'd sit there and eat the biggest lobsters for Thanksgiving or whenever I was hanging out with him. Thank you, Bob. Respect for you, brother. Honestly, before your saltwater guide, I'm not blowing roses up Dave's ass, but before your saltwater guide, I definitely didn't care about politics. I was frustrated by the abalone season leaving us for no reason. U.S. citizens doing this recreationally, whatever we're doing, fishing, we cannot deplete the ocean. Big business, you know, the Democrats saying Republicans are all big business and they're taking 1%ers and that's who's winning. No. The Democrats are smooth. Are you snoring? How cute are you? Hey, your dad has to grow up. And you came into my life as an accident. Because of your saltwater guide. I was watching Justin last year. I got to go get my first 4 harbor bugs. I got a bonus one the next time I came down by one of the members of your saltwater guide. Took me out, didn't want to be known. The next week, I've been driving down to LA for like, I think this is going to be my 4th trip in the last month and a half. This time I'm passing LA, I'm going to my homeland, San Diego. Now I told my buddy Tom, listen, I'm not partying with you Friday night. I have a little girl I got to protect, and I can't be hungover for Saturday. I have business. This spear gun thing can change, if we do this right, and I promote it right, can change my buddy's life and his family, young family. The shoes, I know you're an older crowd and you probably don't understand shoes, but people kill for shoes. And when you have shoes that nobody else has, one of one, it's like having the best Rolex watch out there. Now you got to take care of them every time you wear them. You got to take them off, and then you got to shampoo them, take the shoe strings out, lace them back up. Oh, aren't you just a precious one? This is what she does all night. She's a kicker. As soon as she gets hot, she's gonna flip on her belly. I'm a dad again. I feel life in me. I feel whatever higher power out there is pulling me in the right directions. The social media thing has worked. My business is taking off again. My other business. You gotta understand. When it was a democratic society, they paid people like $30, $40 an hour to cover up graffiti because they were federally funded by Biden. You know, the illegals that jumped over the border. Here's a phone. Here's a free place to stay. You get free medical. Screw our vets. Screw our U.S. citizens. And here's a job that you can make $40,000 or $40 an hour. Have your buddies go put graffiti up, and we're going to have you remove it the next day. Well, now there's graffiti everywhere. Those days are over. So for the next 4 years, I mean, I'm at a pinnacle. Do I want to go down this social media or make a shit ton of money again? I'm juggling both. I know what I want to do. And my dreams are coming true because I'm going on a weekend that I don't even know what's going to happen. Okay, Snugglebug. You're going to have to get comfortable. You're hot as everything. Clean as a whistle, though. All 3 Bulldogs clip their nails. Clean their ears. She's got pure ears, just no mites or anything in there. Oliver, G-Man, Christmas. My wife has these little things she puts on her fingers. She digs in there, they're medicated. Poor boy, he was shaking his head a little bit too much. We didn't do it. Now that we have her, we're going to do this once a week. Get her trained to love the showers. Just walk right in. The blow dryer afterwards. Give them a little piece of hot dog. We don't use hot dogs, we use turkey dogs. I don't think it would matter. This one's excited to be here. Oh God, I'm 6 minutes over. So tomorrow, YouTube. I don't know what I'm going to be on. It's going to be on social media on one of them. I only have my phone when I'm traveling. So I will be going live throughout the day. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. TikTok, I will be going live. TikTok, I'm not paid on, I'm not monetized, but man, my numbers are huge over there. It's a sad thing. All the people that were making $5,000 a week are now schlepping Chinese things. Jogging machines. There's a whole bunch that shouldn't. I'm watching people live that I've watched because I want to perfect myself. I'm like, you're making $5,000 a week? And now they're jogging on a treadmill. Boy, those chimes changed. Yeah, you said the Ducks and the Rangers. You're probably a Ranger fan, correct? Because you're from New York. Now, when Bill moved from Vancouver to the middle of Canada, I remember we'd go to Vancouver and whoever is in the middle of Canada that Bill watches would come to the cities and there would be fist fights. Like those Canadians and their hockey. Yeah, correct, yeah. That's a whole new sport, man. For me, the ADHD, unless I'm playing it, and I don't know how to ice skate. I know how to rollerblade. I grew up in Southern California. So I did play hockey. My brother-in-law, when he first started dating my sister, was from Chicago. I think it's the Blackhawks. Super into hockey. Boy, you're hot. I gotta step back. Whew, it is warm in here. Anyway, I hope to see you all on my travels this weekend. The Seawolf 13 on all social media. If you want to check out my website, seawolf13.net, you can order something, or it'll show you everything you need to know where to go. Deckhand Dolly, she farted. Deckhand Dolly does have her own page. It's been set up. I'll promote it as we go. It's going to be G-rated. When she's doing X-rated stuff, what I mean by that is she'll be on boats licking lobsters and halibut when they first come up. I don't know if you know the slime coat that is on a halibut, but it is not easy to get off dog fur. Will she have blood on her white paws? Absolutely. It's not for the kids, 18 and over. Everything that I'm going to kill is 100% sustainability. This is me evolving. Before I didn't care about 100% sustainability, And now I have all the liberals telling me I'm not 100% sustainable when I'm doing 100% sustainability. I'm making jewelry. I'm making leather. I'm making spear guns. I'm like the Robin Hood of the Dexter of Robin Hood. I kill it and I give it away. I can't trade it. I can't bargain it, but I can give it to anybody I want. Can't stop me. I will say this. Eric will figure out a way to stop this process. Eric will figure out a way, if I mess up and show emotion, because everything they say all day long, transparency, 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 they will shut it off to the public if I don't act right. I got you, Bob. Bless you now. Everybody else, blessing to you. To the saltwater guide people that are going out on that boat tomorrow for the lobster derby. Bring back the biggest lobster, halibut. God damn it. Show that you are the best. And I know we will. Everybody else that is on that boat, good luck. You're dealing with some real good fishing people that love the ocean for their stress. Cheers, everybody.